Well, hackers didn't steal your groceries this time, but they may have walked out with something even more valuable: your data. And unfortunately, for Ahold Delhaize, no amount of loyalty points is going to fix that. Food retail giant Ahold Delhaize has confirmed that data was stolen from its U.S. business systems following a cyber attack in November 2024. The admission comes just as the INC Ransom gang publicly claimed responsibility and posted stolen documents on their dark web extortion site. Stay tuned for that, but first, a huge thanks to Stonefly for sponsoring this video. Now back to the news. Let's break this down. Ahold Delhaize is no small name. The company runs nearly 8,000 stores across Europe and the United States, employs over 410,000 people, and reports yearly revenues around $100 billion. In the U.S., it operates well-known grocery brands including Food Lion, Stop & Shop, Giant Food, and Hannaford. Back on November 8, 2024, the company disclosed a cybersecurity incident that forced it to take some IT systems offline. At the time, the disruption affected several U.S. operations, including pharmacies and e-commerce services. Fast forward to now, and the situation just escalated. The ransomware group INC Ransom has officially listed Ahold Delhaize on its data leak site. The listing includes samples of documents allegedly stolen from the company's internal U.S. business systems. When reached for comment, a spokesperson confirmed the breach, stating, "Based on our investigation to date, certain files were taken from some of our internal U.S. business systems." However, the company did not confirm whether ransomware was used, despite the INC Ransom Group's claim. The investigation is still ongoing. Ahold Delhaize says it's working to determine what specific information was compromised. If it turns out that customer data was affected, the company has committed to notifying those impacted. They've also been in touch with law enforcement. In the meantime, Ahold Delhaize emphasized that all retail stores and e-commerce services are fully operational. So if you're shopping at Food Lion or Stop & Shop, you shouldn't experience any issues at checkout, at least not from this. Let's talk a little about the group behind the breach. INC Ransom is no stranger to high-profile attacks. They've increasingly focused on US-based organizations, with Microsoft tracking one of their key affiliates under the codename Vanilla Tempest. Most recently, they targeted the State Bar of Texas, compromising sensitive information belonging to more than 100,000 members. This latest breach fits the pattern: large, data-rich institutions with high operational complexity and public visibility. It's also worth noting the growing frequency of ransomware groups targeting essential services, from healthcare to utilities to retail. The ripple effects can be significant, especially when operations like pharmacies or food supply chains are involved. So what should we take away from this? First, ransomware isn't going away. In fact, it's evolving, leveraging data theft and extortion even when systems don't get encrypted. Second, disclosure delays are becoming a key issue. Ahold Delhaize reported the breach back in November, but it's taken until now for full confirmation of data theft to surface. Third, this is another reminder for enterprises. Perimeter defense isn't enough. Threat actors are targeting soft spots, outdated systems, third-party vendors, and internal apps, with increasingly sophisticated tools. Whether you're running a multinational grocery chain or a local business, cybersecurity resilience must be built into the foundation of your operations, not tacked on after a breach. Which brings us to our sponsor, Stonefly, who are leaders in enterprise backup and disaster recovery solutions. Our subscribers can now get a 56 terabytes fully air-gapped and immutable Veeam backup and disaster recovery appliance at half price. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. As for customers, there's no immediate action yet, but it's a good time to keep an eye out for suspicious emails, fraud attempts, or other signs of identity misuse, particularly if you've interacted with Ahold Delhaize brands in the US and companies. Take note. If you don't want to end up featured in the next headline like this, it's time to audit your defenses, test your incident response plan, and make sure you're not the low-hanging fruit in a very hungry threat landscape. We'll keep following this story as it develops and bring you updates as Ahold Delhaize releases more information. Thanks for watching. Stay secure, stay skeptical, and remember, just because your groceries come in paper bags doesn't mean your data should be handled like it's disposable. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with your team, and subscribe for more cybersecurity news that cuts through the noise.